Hey, hi, hello, happy Sunday, welcome to my live. How are you all doing? So, if you're watching this on replay, don't forget to do the hashtag replay down in the comment section. Let me know how you're doing. And yeah, don't forget to hit that like button. It makes me happy and it helps the channel. So, yeah, let's see who is in the house today. We have Yeti Kirsten. Hey sis, how are you doing? Say hi to my brother-in-law. Karina, hey, the crafting gamer, how are you doing? Don, hi. How am I doing today? And how are you doing? I am fine. Overwhelmed, waiting for answers. So yeah, in pain, but nothing new. Michelle, hey, it's been a while. How are you doing, love? Carrie, hey, sweetie, how are you doing? Melissa, hey, sweetie. Melissa and I chit chatted over, a few times, but we chit chatted for more than 5 hours yesterday. Loved it. Yeah, so how are you guys doing? Um, yeah, don't you just love the internet? I love it. I mean, not Carrie, I'm sorry, Carrie. Melissa is in Chicago, USA, and I'm in Denmark, and we were able to chit chat for 5 hours. I mean, can you imagine the phone call price if this had been pre internet? I don't even think, well, first off, I wouldn't even know Melissa without the internet or YouTube, but yeah. It was cool, Melissa. I loved it. Even though I never got to diamond paint. Only a little bit. So Melissa wrote me, "Hey, I'm diamond painting. If you want to chit chat," and I was like, "Oh yeah, we can diamond paint together and chit chat, right?" And I don't know how much diamond painting Melissa got in. I know how little I got in. You okay, Michelle? Okay. Well, it's better than bad. I need to do something about my hair. It looks frizzy. I need to learn how to take care of it because my hair is wavy, curly, whatever. So I need to learn how to do it. Melissa, I didn't get much diamond painting done. Yeah. Single and blessing. Hey, Anthony, how are you going? Going. Oh my God, how are you doing? How's Apollo? I'm. I am capable of speaking English. It's fine, Michelle. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It isn't mandatory to be here. Hi, Dark Lady. How are you doing? Liz, right? I'm sorry if I remember not correctly. Oh, wait, or is it Asia? Anthony is about to jump in the shower and then start cleaning the house. Ooh, date night. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What are you doing? And don't drown in there, please. Cleaning the house. Okay, have fun. I'm glad to hear that, Karina, that you're doing fine. Asia, good. I was like, no, wait, you're good. How am I feeling? Overwhelmed, uh, nervous. I think all the things. We're waiting for the insurance company, and that is nerve wracking, you guys. I mean, waiting for them to try to get out of fixing our house. It's like, oh no. Um, yeah, it's an ordeal. I'm telling you. So yeah, and then as always, whenever something like this happens and I'm stressed out, my back and neck decides, oh yeah, by the way, on top of this, we're gonna say hello. So yay. See, the thing is, it looks like my hair is having split ends, but really it's just new hair. But it looks horrible. I need to learn it. I need to learn it. But I read somewhere, I can't even remember where by now. Hey, Sebastian, and he's still living. That's good. Is he a good boy? I need to learn how to take care of it, but I've read several places by now that the curly girl method is really not very good. Karina, good luck with the date night. Anthony, can't remember when I had one last time. Anthony, we're just doing dinner and maybe a movie. Also, I should be able to finish Warm Witch today. I have 3 sections left. Ooh, you're rolling with it these days. Leanne, hey sweetie, how are you doing? You're rolling with it, but you were pretty far on Warm Witch, weren't you? So where are you having your date? In Denver, or are you driving up there? Yeah, so David just did our new budget with the new car coming in, and we're like, damn, should we not have bought it, you know? But that's too late. So we're still crossing fingers and praying and whatnot that the insurance company will step up. I mean, why would you have an insurance company if they're not going to cover? This is a special insurance that you can buy when you purchase a house that makes um, it protects the seller from responsibilities if there is something very wrong with the house, like what we have right now. And you can then purchase the insurance for 5 or 10 years. And as always, you do get an insurance in the hope that you never have to use it. We did the same when we bought the townhouse. We back then, because we were first time buyers, we got it for 10 years and we never used it. So we were like, you know what? 5 years, and everything looked good on papers. So we were like, nothing's gonna happen. We now know that the person who did the house inspection probably missed that there should be the vents. Yeah. But we'll see, we'll see. In the what are those called? Whenever you get an insurance, there is this list of things that you have to live up to and that they have to live up to. What are those called? Kind of rules. Wrong word, I know. Karina, I found the dryer sheet in Bilka today, so I will start making all the small parts to put in my drills. They're terrible static. Oh no. Yeah, I love my dryer sheets. Um, I have it in most of my containers. It's basically just been something I do out of a habit because, uh, you know. And then if I have a lot of static in my bags, I either blow air into them, or I will stick a piece of dryer sheet in and then just shake it, kind of like when you do a shake and bake. I will pour out as many drills as I can without them jumping everywhere, and I will stuff the dryer sheet in and then I pour again, and if there's still drills stuck in the bag, I'll shake it again. So yeah, it does take a little longer compared to when your drills are just cooperating, but it is what it is. So yeah, and you can really get a lot of little dryer sheets from one bag. Hey Artemis, how are you doing? Carrie, I do the blow in the bag trick, but need to invest in some dryer sheets. Yeah, I mean, for me, the blow in the bag works when I'm kidding up, but I do need to have dryer sheets in the containers. Or maybe it's just a habit. I don't know. I don't know. Everybody's saying hello. And Artemis is busy but good. Yeah. Alana, hey sweetie, how are you doing? Yeah. Is it easy to get dryer sheets in New Zealand, Carrie? Because it can be quite a task to find them here. And it's kind of interesting. I have, what's the name of the one I got? Soft lint something. It's over there. Really, I'm like, oh, that shouldn't have a very powerful smell. And yet I'm like almost overwhelmed. But it's way better than the lavender one I had before. But it's very artificial. Alana, for the most part, okay. Just, yeah, waiting for insurance. Um, Still working on my diamond painting. Haven't diamond painted that much lately because of everything. Why do I keep finding loose drills? I have loose drills all over the place here. Uh, oh, Karina smells like Doonlit softener. That's not bad. Carrie, I'm not sure, but have a look today. I've never heard of them until about 6 months ago. Okay. Hey, did you find that ice cream we talked about? The dairy-free ice cream? I've been thinking about it if you ever found it. Oh, I don't have it. Yeah, I have a dryer sheet in this one. Right now, I'm cutting from the bent on the dryer sheet so they look weird. They can usually be found in wherever you have your um, washing detergent and fabric softener and whatnot. I don't even know if we have it in our local Furtex, which is a grocery store. The one that I took you to when we had a day in my life. Yeah, where we walked around and I showed you everything while people looked at me like I was crazy. Uh, Carrie, oh no, I forgot, but I found sorbet, which is quite nice. I need reminders. Okay, I can send you a reminder. But yeah, sorbet is amazing. Karina, Carrie, me too. Heard about it on from YouTube. I think most people heard about it on YouTube. I heard it on YouTube, and I was like, oh, I wonder if we can get that here. And then I went to this store called Nomel where we can get all sort of stuff, and they changed it. They change it out every now and then. So for a while you can get this, and then they change it out, and you can get that. It's kind of funny. But again, as always, I don't get there very often. So, yeah, because I don't like to go into town. I like it out here. I want to stay here. That's when I'm like, why would I want to go too far away? Most of the time, the furthest away I get is when we do grocery shopping. Even picking up Rosa from kindergarten, daycare, whatever you want to call it, is closer than that. And well, maybe gymnastics is about the same amount of time away as physics. I don't know. But every now and then I do have to go to into downtown, uh, to, get stuff or to go to the doctor. I do not tend to visit my doctor very often because they can't do anything anyway. And since I don't get um, any medication with morphine in it, I don't have to go there every whatever many days to get a new prescription. Oh, you don't have Futex? Huh, that's interesting. If I want to go to Bilka, I have to go to either Vejle or Kolding. For the longest time, I used the one in Kolding because there is a mall down there, so I would walk around the mall while I was down there anyway. Um, but there's way too many people. It's too people-y. We don't do people very often. You have to go to your doctor every time I need a pain prescription. Yeah, a medicine prescription. I'm glad I don't have to. I was kind of worried when I got my naltrexone because I've heard that some doctors were like um, comparing it to morphine, even though it is absolutely the opposite. I mean, if paramedics get to a person that has OD'd, they use naltrexone as an antidote because when it enters the body, it eradicates every bit of morphine in your body or drugs for that matter. It's so strong that if they give me half a pill more, I lose my driver's license. Yeah, maybe you should go to a pain clinic again. Maybe they'd be able to change out some of the medications. I mean, that's why I have. I still think this is funny, you guys, that I get antidepressants because they work on nerve pain as well. And they're so careful, that I had to tell them, "Are you feeling depressed?" I'm like, "No, I mean, I don't think so." And I remember the first time she asked my nurse, and I was like, "Isn't it supposed to work against depression? I mean, the anti-depression medication." And she was like, "Yeah, but some of the side effects can be a depression." And I'm like, "That doesn't make any sense at all." Not at all. It's like, why would you, for some reason, give medication that can give you whatever you're trying to avoid? Does that make sense? But then again, I mean, if you take um, headache pills, you can get a headache if you take it too much or too often because your is it the pain receptors or something gets damaged. Yeah, I know a bunch of stuff about anatomy. Just ask Melissa. I don't know if she ended up knowing too much about stuff she didn't need to know yesterday because we were just talking and I would, throw in information spit here and there about stuff. It was like, oh, I wonder if that was TMI. But I was, yeah. You wondered about that too, Don? Yeah, it's so weird. It's the same with pain medication, really. Like morphine and stuff. Um, if if you aren't careful, and you keep upping it, you can actually end up getting more pain. So yeah, you learned a lot, says Melissa. Yeah, I do know a lot of weird stuff and other things, and sometimes I can't remember what I did yesterday, even though today I know I talked to Melissa. So if any of you ever want to just chit chat over Messenger or whatever, let me know. I love it. So, oh, and by the way, I'm having my 8-hour live this Friday, this coming Friday. So if any of you want to be my guest and entertain me and everybody else, let me know. Shoot me a message or something. This time it's from, what is that? For me, it's from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. So that'll be noon Central Time and no, wait, noon Eastern Time, 11 Central, 10 Mountain, and 9 Pacific. Yeah. So I moved it 2 hours so that more people had a chance. Yes, 6 a.m. for you. So, Carrie, I expect you to, you know, stay out of it until at least 8. You do not get up earlier. Last time you had to get up at 4. I'm like, why? I don't know what time you get up usually. Cheers, and don't forget to hydrate. Iced coffee. I had David bring home milk Friday. The milk he had last time got weird. Even though it wasn't too old, my iced coffee was weird. So I needed new. Needed new. Sometimes I'm like, should I not have my glasses on when I'm doing this because you can see my ring light? It's Saturday. Cool. So you want to go live with me? It's so. Oh, how is your video going, by the way? Maybe you could premiere the day before, or the day later in the day when my live is over. You could premiere, and I was like, ta-da! Go check out Carrie's first video on her diamond painting channel. Everybody needs a diamond painting channel or whatever craft channel. We need it in our lives. And we can never have enough. It's so. I still find it so funny that you're that 12 hours ahead. So you're in the future. But again, I'm in the future for the U.S. Yay, Leanne! No, we'll figure it out. I will send you the link. And Carrie will be on. I tried to persuade Melissa to come on. So yeah, let me know if you wanna come on and chit chat. You don't have to have a channel. So Alana or Asia or Yeti Kirsten, Kalina, whoever. Yeah, you're future Carrie. I'm future Mia. I mean, for the Americans, I'm in the future. And no, I cannot tell you the lottery numbers because I can't. And Carrie can't tell me mine. It's actually too bad because I need it. Yeah, future Carrie, right, Melissa? Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind winning the lottery. I mean, a few millions, I could do with a few millions Danish kroners. That way we could pay off the car and we can get the entire house renovation done and maybe pay off some more of our house loan. I wouldn't mind. Oh, maybe not pay off the house loan. Then I can travel to the US and visit everybody. Places to be and people to see. That would be nice. I mean, I have to go to Texas because I have to try my bathroom. Uh, in Leanne's new house, I have I have a bathroom. Asia is at work from 12 to 8 p.m., but maybe I'd be able to take a look for a moment. Okay. Well, Asia, aren't you in Europe? Because I won't be live until 6 p.m. Europe time. You're right, that's right. I have a bedroom too. So that is mine. Whenever people are coming over to stay at Leanne and Max's new house, there would be a sign saying Mia's bedroom and Mia's bathroom. Yeah, there needs to be a sign. Oh, I'm joking. It can be a diamond painted sign. No, no, no. Joking. It would be fun though. What does that mean? Oh, silliness. So yeah, we need to win the lottery, and then I can go take a look at my bathroom and my bedroom. And David might even get to see it too. Dawn has a room for me in her house. Uh, do you see? I have rooms everywhere. I love it. And I have to go visit Melissa and persuade her into go into Chicago with me. She won't go in there on her own. It's so weird for me because Denmark is this teensy tiny safe country. So for me, it's kind of weird that it can be dangerous to go into even a bigger city. I mean, for one, I lived in Berlin. I walked around alone all the time. I know that it's 25 years ago, but I mean, yeah. And going to Copenhagen is like, nah. Even though it's a capital, it's scary downtown Chicago. You just need to bring some of your girlfriends, and you can go stalk the actors, and you can just tell them that I told them to do it. Get no, I am almost joking. Almost joking. Nah, it's fine. Oop, yeah, perfect idea, right? You just grab in and you say, "Hey, so my friend in Denmark says we have to go downtown," and you bring a taser or something. Alana, it's scary everywhere in Chicago. Everywhere, even in the burbs. Have you been, Alana? Melissa and I talked about because Al Capone used to be in charge in Chicago, and we talked about, actually I think it was safer for the everyday Chicago, Chicago. What do you call yourselves? To walk around, move around in Chicago back then than it is today, because even though it was the mob, he had criminals under control. So I think it might even have been more safe back then. Alana, you used to live about 2 hours from Chicago. I would love to live in Chicago. Or Boston. I want to go to Boston as well. And people keep asking, is it so that you can track down new kids? I'm like, only one of them actually lives somewhere around Boston. No, I want to go to Harvard. I want to go to see the pier. I want to see places. I want to go to the original Wahlburgers. I want to go see Fenway. I want to watch a Patriots game, Red Sox game, everything. I mean, I have been wanting to go to Boston since I don't know, forever. 2 hours. See, if I live 2 hours, it will be like me going to Copenhagen. Do you have subway in Chicago? Oh, you do. I've seen it. Oh my God. Uh, hey, lovely Tammy. How are you doing? Yeah, I've seen it so many times, and yet I still ask. We only have subway in Copenhagen. That's where we have it. Then we have tram, kind of like these kind of train that's travel between places in Odense, Aarhus. I think that's it, Odense and Aarhus, right? Everybody saying hi to Tams. Tam Tam. I wonder where we have our Brits today. I have to write Angel. I was worried about her yesterday because she was supposed to do the drawing for her membership, the member of January, and she didn't. Karina, it takes me 4 hours to go to Copenhagen by train, and I have to change in Fredericia Middelfart. Well, I mean, I can come say hello in Fredericia. Uh, they have elevated railways. Okay. You have trains but no subways. I mean, it's underground. It's basically the same in my mind. I've seen all the stairs down, so it's kind of like subway to me. I mean, we have one train station here, and that is the one going everywhere in Denmark. So, Bella, how are you doing? Promise no timing out anyone today, waking and waking. That's fine, but if you're timing out anybody, just ask. I don't think we have anybody who needs timing out. It was so weird in Leanne's last live. There were so many people that needed to be kicked out. I was like, I have never had that happen. Knock on wood. Tracy, how are you doing, sweetie? Tracy with an Y, without an E. That's so funny. We have Tracy with an E. Then we have another one. We just recently got another Tracy. It was weird, Leanne. But I think, you just hit the time where people were looking. I mean, you can go and basically just look at channels that's lives. Um, and I have never had anybody, probably mine is too boring. They might take a look in and they go, yeah, no. There is way too few people in here, and they are all blue more or less, so they will just kick us out. So yeah, I don't know. And also, Adam wasn't live yesterday. I do need to check in on them and ask them if everything is okay. Have you talked to them, Tammy? Are they okay? Because I'm getting worried about them. Tracy wants to know how Leanne is doing. Or Angel. Yeah, I mean, it's weird, Carrie, because she was supposed to draw that member of the month last night and she didn't. So it was kind of weird. So I just hope everything is okay. We do need to write them. Oh, and I need to Well, I talked to Melissa about this yesterday. I do need to film that knitting video. Tammy, did you tell me you were going live Friday? I do go live Friday for 8 hours. You waited for ages too, Carrie? I was like, hey, what happened? I was like, I checked in about an hour after she was supposed to go live because I wanted to see, so who won. And they were still waiting for Angel to go live. And I'm like, wait, what? That is so weird. So yeah, I'm going live on Friday at noon your time, Tammy. Yeah, noon your time. All this math thing, I kind of need a schematic. So if I go live at this time, this is the time anywhere in the world. Carrie wonders if they're both sick. They might be. But usually they do write on their community pages. I mean, I know Angel usually say, I'm in too much pain or I'm not feeling well. And I checked. The last time she wrote anything was when she had her 8 hour live. So, yeah, that's a little. Hey, Kirsten, are you still in here? You're very quiet today. Maybe you're having dinner. That might be it. Yeah, you thought that too. Yeah. Oh, Melissa saw Adam writing he wasn't feeling well. Okay. I didn't see that. Yeah, Leanne, that is worrisome. I worry about them. I'm like, hey, usually they give notice. So, mm, where did you see that, Melissa, by the way? Let's see. Let's send Angel a message. She's live right now on Messenger. Let's see. I'm just writing. Are you okay? Carrie, I might flick her a message and see if she's okay. Okay, Carrie. It was on YouTube. Oh, okay. Well, then. No, she's not live on Messenger. Um, uh, let's see. You didn't do the member of the month. If I can spell, that would help a whole lot, right? To the member of the month yesterday. There you go. Uh, Tammy, hey, message me whenever you want to talk at Carrie. You still haven't messaged her back, Carrie? Lily, hey, how are you doing? Welcome. See, and Adam is on too. Let's see. See if he's still active. See if I get any answers. Lily heading to another concert with a member from Center. Mo time this time. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I want to go to a concert soon. Carrie, nope, I've been naughty. You have. Maybe we need to do a naughty corner here. Where in my naughty corner you hear music that you don't like. How does that sound? Yeah, it has to be something that isn't, good since it's a naughty corner. But it's kind of like I like most kinds of music, and I actually like the naughty corner. So hmm, maybe music you don't like isn't the best idea. Lily, like a tribute concert. Ooh, tributes are great. We have around here. We have several tribute um, groups. We have one for Queen. We have several for Queen actually. We have what's the one that one of my childhood friends is in? Iron Maiden. Melissa sent me a picture. Adam, no live tonight as I'm not feeling. Oh, that makes sense then. So sorry, I'll be back next week for the event prices live, and I may be on Angels Live tomorrow. Okay, thank you, Melissa. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Well, then I'm not so worried about Adam then. If he gave notice, I just didn't see it. And it's just, yeah, we'll see if Angel go live today. If she does, I'm not worried. Uh, I have a new subscriber, Passion Stacking GWAC. I wonder who that is. I wonder who that could be. So what I have 100, 100, 500 and how many? Let's see if that keeps up. I have 554 members. Usually it goes up and down. It's kind of funny to watch, how the members go up and down. And like, okay, I lose a few, I win a few. It's kind of interesting. And I'm like, I need to make more videos. I need to make some unboxings. I need to do the knitting video. I want to do some ASMR videos again. And the little shorts where I diamond paint really fast. Oh, thank you, Tracy. I love you too. Um, yeah, and I always wonder why people unsubscribe. I mean, sometimes it's YouTube. YouTube is weird. It just if you've subscribed to a channel and it somehow knows, I don't know how they know, but if you haven't watched anything from that channel for a while, I don't know how long, maybe a year or two, it will unsubscribe you or whatever. And then sometimes you're just not what they wanted. I don't know. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. As long as I don't lose them by the dozens, I'm fine. If I did lose them by the dozens, I'd actually worry a little bit, I think. So yeah. Look at all my knitting books. I need to find one of them. Figure out what I want to knit next. Oh, and we just had speaking about knitting, we just had sign-ups for the knitting retreat that I'm going to in this year. It's the first weekend of October. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. So next year I won't go to my knitting retreat because that'll be, I don't know, within a few weeks of the retreat, the diamond painting retreat. So I'm like, yeah, I can't do two within, a few weeks because my body needs a little adjusting afterwards. I mean, we still have to see. Uh, Artemis, Leanne, and Anthony, we need to figure out the date so I can go hunt down some hotels and find prices. Before I can do that, we need to know precisely when. And Carrie finally messaged Tammy. Yay. There you go, Tammy. We just need to go to my live and we make Carrie feel bad, and she will. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. So right now we have 14 people in here and 9 likes, and that is my birthday, September 14th, because that's the way we write it over here, like 14-9. But I mean, I wouldn't mind if there were more people and more likes. Tracy, wish you could come. I wish you could come too. If I ever, won a lot of money in the lottery, I would just invite everybody. Find a hotel and say, hey, we're getting, I don't know how many people. We talked about around 20. That way everybody could talk to each other and nobody would be overwhelmed. I would just feel like, okay, I will invite people, and they just had to pay pocket money or whatever. Artemis says, hey Lily, sorry, in and out today. Okay. Lily, I'm going to go. Your service is getting bad. You all have a great day and week. Thank you, and have fun to your concert. Tracy, don't fly. I'm petrified. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. Why are you petrified of flying? Have you had a bad experience? Yeah, we need to come see you then. Artemis, yes, please hit that like button. Yeah, thank you. Um, you're just afraid. Oh, I'm sorry, Tracy. We can drag you. That way you never know what's going on. I love flying. I absolutely love it, especially the takeoff. You've done 2 flights and can't do anymore, and you were drugged. Oh, I'm sorry, Tracy. I don't know. I love it. I mean, you're sitting there at the takeoff lane or whatever you want to call it, and you just wait for the pilot to push the speed button, and you just go whoosh, back in your seat. That is the absolutely best part of flying. And I know people might don't like it, and that is the scary part, but that is the part that I really, really love. I mean, if I wasn't surrounded by so many people, I would like whoop. The other want to know where Tracy lives. I do know that. I just forgot it. Uh, Tracy, we moved province to province 2 years ago, and I hate. Oh, and I had to take a train. Oh, and she lives in Alberta. I love taking the train. It's so relaxing compared to driving. You can just relax and look out the window at everything, and yeah, I don't know what the train rides are in other countries, but I just love looking out at the nature and the cities that we drive. Yeah, well, you do drive a train, right? You ride a train that we ride through. I love that when you're out in the rural areas. Leanne says we have to plan a retreat to Alberta. Carrie, I want to go to Canada. That's on my bucket list too. Tracy enjoys the train. I want to, me, I need to win the lottery. I want to go everywhere. I have so many places I want to go. I mean, for instance, if you go to New Zealand, you can see hobbit houses. You can go to the Shire. I want to go to the Shire. I know it's the other end of the country from Kerry, but I mean, I could go to the Shire first and then go visit Kerry or the other way around. But I want to see the Shire. I want to see how tall I am compared to them because apparently they're like very small. So I'll feel like a giant compared to the hobbits. I don't know. For some reason, I was always like, oh, the hobbits is about my size, but they're actually like a foot shorter. Like, huh. Mm, Leanne, New Zealand is on my bucket list too. Melissa, that's my biggest dream is to go to New Zealand and see the Shire. Yeah, that would be fun, right? Carrie, yes, I haven't been to it either. Carrie, retreat to New Zealand then. Sure. Retreat in Canada, in Alberta, and retreat in New Zealand, and I have to win the lottery. Just telling you. Yeah, it would be kind of cool. Maybe we could do a trip around the world diamond painting cruise. I okay, this is kind of funny. I saw a cruise company that did a 4-year cruise. Like, how would you ever be able to pay for a 4-year cruise? And they were like, yeah, and we have fast Wi-Fi so people can work remote. I'm like, not everybody is able to work remote. Uh, Leanne, sounds good to me. Maybe Denmark will be the beginning of a world retreat. That would be kind of fun, right? Yeah, that would be fun. Carrie, see how many countries our diamond paintings can visit. Right, exactly. That would be kind of fun. So, like, okay, we've been to Denmark. Where are we going next? Yeah, I know, Leanne, that you can live on a cruise ship. Um, I read somewhere that there are many seniors actually living on a cruise ship because it's cheaper for them, especially apparently for American seniors, where senior homes can be very expensive, and also, because of um, the doctors is free on the ship. And I'm like, I tried, um, making the math, and for senior citizens here in Denmark, it would never be possible. Yeah, cheaper than living in an assisted living. Oh, there you are again. Hey, Kirsten. Hey, sis. I was wondering what happened to you. Um, yeah, but I know it's very expensive in the U.S. to live in assisted living. It's even expensive here, um, even though you do get. Oh God, how would you explain that? So if in Denmark, if you live in a rented space, no matter if it's just a rented apartment or assisted living, if you earn under a certain amount per year, the state will help you with, I don't know if it's percent, depending on the size of your apartment, they will help you with a part of your rent. And it does depend on just how much money you're making. So, what did she post, Carrie? Oh, it won't let you come in. You're just, oh my God, I'm sorry. So what did she post? Is she going live or is she not going live? Hmm. Oh, she totally forgot about it yesterday. Oh, well, that can happen. Don, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up for a sweet host. Yes, please do that. Please do that. I really, really appreciate it. Rescheduled for tomorrow. Okay, well, that's good. That's good. Because I was like, hey, what happened? That's good. Maybe she was taking care of Adam or something. I don't know. He's feeling poorly, the poor thing. Oh, she's not mentally well. I'm sorry. She doesn't feel well, mental health wise. I will have to be your eyes and ears tomorrow. Okay, Carrie. Yeah, poor Angel. I hate when people don't feel well. For some reason, I never count myself in that. I'm like, I feel sorry for everybody else. I'm like, for me, it's just status quo. I don't ever. People are like, you should think about yourself too. Like, why? I mean, this is what it is. I can't change it. Yeah. Uh, yeah, the Kirsten is so tired. Went to Ulbach for lunch and afternoon tea at Tess's place. That is also a bit of a drive. So I get it that you're tired. I get tired if I just have to drive for an hour or be social for some time. It's kind of like for some reason, and people think it's weird because I mean some would say social is social, right? But for me, there's a difference between having guests or being a guest here in the real world than being social on YouTube or Messenger or whatever. For some reason, it doesn't count the same because I'm here. I'm in my space. Does that make sense? Yeah, yeah. I know people probably drove, but it is 2 hours. Yeah. Asia, sweetie, I'm going to bed because I think I have a fever and I need to rest. I wish you all a wonderful day and a wonderful week. Oh, I'm sorry, Asia. Please feel better very, very soon. And, get some warm to drink and keep warm. Feel better. Please let me know how you're doing, okay? So feel better and let me know how you're doing in the morning. It's no fun having a fever. I hate being sick. I hate it. The last time I had like 103 in temps, I've really felt poorly, which is makes sense when you have 103 fever. Uh, I mean, if you have that for very long here in Denmark, you need to go to the doctor. And I had around 100 for I don't know how many days. I was really feeling bad. So we don't need to do that again. Thank you, Aisha. Yeah, you'll be exhausted due to sudden temperature changes. Yeah, and then everything is shaking and it's no fun. So go to bed, keep warm, but not too warm because the fever needs you to um, to get rid of the heat. It's so funny, how the body works. Carrie, I better go get ready for work. Hope you all have a great night, morning. Future Carrie signing off. Have a great day at work, Carrie. And yeah, have a nice day after that. Bye, Carrie. Future Carrie signing off. I love that. Maybe I should do the same whenever I'm finishing a live. Future Mia signing off. Love you, Aisha. Love you, Carrie. Take care. Oh, Adam felt completely drained. That's no fun. But I mean, it is the time of year. At least over here, so many people are sick. It's absolutely crazy. One of David's co-workers, and as David said, it's the funny. He had the same last year at this exact time where he felt like he couldn't get oxygen enough. Well, he's one of the one is David's co-worker, but he's also in the same um, bike club. So I mean, and when you bike a lot, you do need to be able to breathe, right? So yeah, he was in Esbjerg today to do this uh, competition, but not really competition. So he had to get up at the crack of dawn, if you ask me, and they had to be over there early. Yeah, and there's so much illness going around. But that is pretty usual at this time of the year, I think. I mean, from November till March, there's so much sickness and illness. How many of you are lactose intolerant? I heard an interview with, he was from, he was Asian. I don't know where, and I probably think he lives in the US, but he had Asian descent. And he talked about how only people from Northern Europe was capable of drinking milk, drinking milk as an adult. I mean, and we do need to remember that a lot of people from Northern Europe emigrated to the U.S. So it might just be people from all over in the U.S. But apparently, we got this gene mutation that makes it possible for adults to drink milk. I was like, I didn't know that. Because most people are only genetically made to have milk as babies. I mean, we're the only mammals who drink milk as adults. And funnily enough, it won't show up until we're adults that we are lactose intolerant. I was like, see, I learned something new. And again, I'm telling you some anatomy. Melissa's lactose intolerant. Tracy's hubby is. Karina is lactose intolerant, started around 10 years ago. See? And here in Denmark, we drink a lot of milk every day. We do. I mean, just look at me with my iced coffee. Right, Don? It's very interesting. I love learning stuff like that. It's the whole anatomy thing. All of my kids were allergic to cow's milk. They outgrew it except my daughter. That's interesting too. Karina love milk. At least you can get lactose-free milk. I use that every now and then. And then, if my sister-in-law is lactose intolerant. Um, so we got for, lactose-free milk and heavy cream for Christmas because we thought she'd come over, but then she ended up being called to work. And then usually, if I'm baking something, I'd use oat milk. Yeah. Tracy, my husband is Filipino, but born in Canada. See, so he's not Northern Europe. It would be kind of interesting to know, where people originated from. Yeah, the Kirsten test is intolerant too, but you can eat cheese if it's more than 6 weeks. Oh, well, I don't eat cheese anyway, so that isn't an issue. Too easy started for him when he was in college. See, he was adult. Melissa, I drink almond milk. Uh, some people say that almond milk is very sweet. It's a lot of added sugar. And again, it depends on the brand. I know my sister-in-law is like, she likes, is it Oatly, which is a brand over here because they don't add that much sugar. Yeah. Karina doesn't like plant milk. Tried it first because the lactose-free milk is pretty expensive. Melissa gets this vanilla unsweetened. Karina, have you tried different brands? Because, for instance, Naturally is very, very sweet. It's almost unnaturally sweet. I know my sister-in-law absolutely doesn't like it. All of them. Okay. See, what I like is there's a brand, I can't remember if it's Englamark or what brand it is, that makes chocolate milk with no dairy in it. Oh my God, I love it. Leanne has been using oat milk to her coffee. I used to make almond milk for my son. He loved it. I never added sugar. That's good. Yeah, Kirsten, Oatly is good. My husband only uses this kind of milk. Yeah. My mother-in-law would make homemade almond milk, but she wouldn't strain it. So she was like, "Here, it's so good." And I have this texture thing in my mouth. So I got one sip and I was like, because I had all these little almond brainy bits in my mouth and I can't. I mean, if it had been strained, I'm pretty sure it would have been fine. Yeah, right, Leanne? It must be strained. She just didn't think about stuff like that. And I was like, "Yeah, thank you. Why won't you strain it?" I mean, but I don't know if she was like, yeah, it's healthy and maybe you can use some of the nutrition that's from, I don't know. I don't know. I loved my mother-in-law, but sometimes she had ideas that, yeah, I don't know. I can drink milk, so I use regular milk. You can also from Oatly, this brand, you can get, they call it barista something that you can use, for a creamer. if you want something a little bit more heavy than just the milk. Do you know that it isn't legal to call it milk because it isn't from cows? At least not over here. They have strange ideas over here. You have to call, oh, what is it that you have to call it? Plant substitution, something like that. Artemis, oh, that's nice and thick. Yeah, it is. Kalina Barista is good in coffee. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I talked to Melissa about this yesterday. I For many years, if I had coffee, it had to be black. I would only put a little sugar in it if, oh right, plant drink. That's true, Kirsten. I would only have a little sugar in it if the coffee was bitter and was a dark roast, because I love coffee, but it has to be mild because then it's less bitter. Um, so if it was bitter, I would put a little sugar in it. Then I visited a friend, and she just had one of those machines, these capsule machines, like we have one now. And she was like, "Do you want a latte macchiato?" And I was like, "Sure." I had no idea what it was. You love a little coffee with your sugar, Leanne. um, so I was like, "Sure." I didn't know what a latte macchiato was, so why not? And then she came with the glass with it in it. I looked at it and go, "That's not coffee. The color is wrong. There's something wrong with the color of this thing." So yeah, but I tried it and it was good. But for me, milk and coffee had always been like, that's for people who don't really like coffee, but want to be hip with the hipsters. Uh, Linda, hey honey, how are you doing? Raw milk and low fat pasteurized milk I can tolerate, otherwise it hurts my stomach. Oh, I'm sorry. Artemis, I like mine super dark roast, a lot of milk, no sugar, or 5 espressos over ice, no sugar, no water, yum. Huh. Dawn likes her coffee light and sweet. Yeah, not too sweet. I do love my coffee with caramel syrup in it. So yeah. But I started to like latte macchiatos, and we got one of the machines ourselves, the Tassimo machine, and now I drink a lot of latte macchiatos with Baileys or salted caramel or just caramel in it. Yeah, but I tend to spice it up a little. I don't think that they put enough. See, it's just extract. That latte macchiato with Baileys is basically just a little extract. So I put in a little extra, and I have the salted caramel Bailey. So I just whip in a little, and yeah. And the same for my caramel latte macchiato. I just whip in a little extra syrup. So yeah. Kalina gets very itchy red rashes. Is that from coffee or milk? It is very yummy, Yeti Kirsten. Linda, in my coffee I blend butter or coconut oil with collagen powder. It tastes so good. No sugar for me. I remember you said that, Linda, back when we talked about coffee last year, I think. I can't even imagine butter in my coffee. Yeah, no, no. Uh, wait, what about Dawn? Uh, Artemis, are you keto? Dawn, I used to make butter coffee. It is good. Oh, Linda. Uh, Butter coffee. See, I can't imagine it. Dawn's favorite is pumpkin spice frappuccinos. So, what is a frappuccino? What is the difference between that and a macchiato? Dawn is not keto. Uh, and then there's the whole thing about pumpkin, pumpkin spices and whatnot. That isn't a thing over here. Melissa, ooh, pumpkin spice. I've never had it. Frozen blended. Oh, okay. Uh, Adam says, Linda, my mind and keyboard are a hot mess. The butter, when whipped in the hot coffee, just ends up being like foam. Whipped butter? Can't you just use whipped cream then? Uh, Tracy, one is caramel, one is pumpkin. What? What? One is caramel and one is pumpkin. I don't get it. I'm slow. I'm sorry. Linda, I'm not keto, but do watch how many carbs I eat. If you blend it in a bullet, it emulsifies. Huh. Yeah, the Kirsten Dawn, I love chai latte pumpkin spice from Espresso House. It is so yummy. I've never had it. Adam is, I'm explaining the coffee Linda was talking about. Yeah, but how do you whip butter? I mean, it would, in my mind, it would just be cream that is over whipped. Yeah, and I just recently discovered Dutch Bros over here. They have espressos. They have espressos out with me. Oh, macchiato. Oh, yeah, I love macchiatos, but with caramel. Mixed with chocolate milk. Ooh, that sounds good, Leanne. Yeah, I've never had anything with pumpkin spice. Hmm. Leanne, you emulsify the entire coffee with the butter and coconut oil. So you blend it. Karina hasn't neither. So you basically take your coffee and the butter or coconut oil and you blend it. Huh. Okay. I have to try pumpkin spice, Melissa. Huh. I wonder if you can buy it. Linda, just add the butter to my bullet blender and it emulsifies so it doesn't seem oily. So how much butter do you use for a cup? Like a regular cup of coffee? No, you can't buy it in Denmark. No, you can't. So next question for the pumpkin spice. Is it a liquid or is it can you get it as a powder that you can just mix in with things? Leanne is not a pumpkin spice fan. See, I don't know if I would be that, but if you could get it as a powder that you could mix in with something that I might be able, willing to try it. But if it's a liquid like a creamer, then Linda adds a tablespoon of butter and a tablespoon of coconut oil. So you use both. Okay. Adam, if there is a plant-based pumpkin spice milk here in Sweden, not exactly the right flavor, but nice. Okay. And Tracy isn't a fan of pumpkin spice either. Dawn, it's both liquid and powder. Tracy, pumpkins are for decor. I agree. I agree. But we do have pumpkin soup. I need to try to make it myself because I had it really just once and my mom made it. And whenever my mom cooks, it's wrong. And Melissa's laughing. Yeah, I don't know what my mom did. I think she might be put in too much water because it was very watery. And I've always heard that pumpkin soup is supposed to be creamy and heavy, and that wasn't. That wasn't it. So, yeah, that was weird. Let me tell you, it was kind of like pumpkin water, which was kind of weird. Artemis, there are so many pumpkin drinks and dishes. Yeah, yeah, yuck, right, Leanne? I know people make fries from, gosh, what's the darn thing called? The long thing, then it has a rounded thing on the bottom. What's it called? Butternut squash, I think. I know, but it was basic. I think she did blend it somehow, but it was just too much water in it. Karina, Tracy, I make pumpkin pie, but I hate it. Yeah, butternut. Artemis roasted brown sugar butter pumpkin is good. Yeah, I have to try to make these butternut French fries thingies. I love French fries made from sweet potato. Oh, I love it. And that is not carbs, so I'm like, mm, butternut. Yeah. But I do love a good potato leek soup with carrots in it and onions and garlic and yeah. Hey, there's my sis. Hey, Leah, how are you doing? She wrote an update on Facebook yesterday that even though she's been watching the Fast and Furious movies a gazillion times, she just realized that in number six there are two Danes speaking Danish. And I'm like, you didn't know that? I mean, she knew that there were Danish people in it, but she didn't realize they speak Danish. You're driving? Okay. Drive careful. So, yeah, I was kind of like, but yeah. Oh, I just, you know how you have memories on Facebook? What you did on this day X amount years back. So I try to remember to look at it. For instance, I mean, 4 years ago we had just gotten this house and we spent forever fixing it up, cleaning David's shop because the former owner had smoked out there for like 40 years. So um, it took more than a week to clean it and then prime it so that the leftover nicotine won't oh, um, wouldn't go through the new paint. It took forever and it was so dirty and it stunk so bad. I remember the first time going in there when we looked at the house. It almost knocked me out. The smell was so bad. Um, so yeah, we washed it down and got that primer, and then I painted it. But it's kind of funny um, to see those pictures. But also, even further back, I think back when we had a lot of Syrian refugees, there was this Dutch um, hypnotizer who invited 5 people in so that they could try, what it was like to be a refugee. And he hypnotized them, and he then led them through this experience of a refugee, how they went home from work and noticed, bombs and shootings. And then the house was hit, and he tried to find his siblings, but in the beginning just found little pieces of their clothes and then ended up finding body parts. Um, and see these people crumble in sorrow and fear and whatnot, and then see them, doing the travel by bus and fleeing from soldiers and being on the lifeboat from I can't remember where they were doing that, but to Greece, and then seeing other boats being knifed so that they would sink and people would drown. And then they got to meet that woman whose story this was. It was really, really strong. Um, yeah, I know you knew there were two Danes. Kalina, sweet potato is also something new in Denmark. I don't know, I've been having it for years by now. They just didn't pick up on the Danish lines in the beginning. Uh, Dawn quit smoking 10 years ago. And now there is wet in the basement. What? What's wet in the basement? Ah, horrifying. Really, really. I consider sharing it again, just, so people can see. Again, I mean, it was so horrifying. Even just looking at that video is, I mean, and they learned a lot from it. That it isn't easy to flee war, because a lot of people tend to say, "Oh, you're having it easy." I mean, if it was so dangerous, you would stop in the first country you got into, stuff like that. Um, but I think more people should have to experience stuff like that. The people who's not willing to let in refugees and stuff like that, because they think they're just there to get money. But yeah, yeah, yes, but we don't have a basement. It's yeah. No, nobody should have to experience that, Leanne. I know. Don, yes, I heard about it, and apparently there's just been another one in Pennsylvania. That's horrible. It is sad, Melissa. Karina lives in an apartment. We haven't done that for years. I'm kind of glad, because whenever we had flooding, people are like, they have water in the basement. I'm like, we don't have a basement. I'm happy about that. This is a construction error, what we're having. So that is basically because the house, they made a mistake when they constructed it. There needed to be vents that wasn't there, or there needed to be a put out this layer of water protect something that would prevent water from going through. There's concrete. Houses are built on this concrete layer, the fundamentation, foundation. Oh my God! And then you put this layer over it so that the water, because no matter what, we live in a country that is basically clay, and clay will be wet. So no matter what, the concrete will be moist. So you put out this layer, this protecting layer, so that the water and wetness will stay below that and won't travel up into the house. And there isn't any of that. So either you have to have that, or you have to have vents that will make the air flow and change down there. Uh, Leanne, the one in Philly was a girl from Mexico that was here for life-saving surgery. She was flying back home with her mother. Oh, that's horrible. Dawn, the one in Philly was 1 mile from where I went to high school. That's horrible. Yeah, I know you're kissing. Leah is scared for the U.S. the next 4 years. I think a lot of people is. It's what I think is interesting. I read an article about this that the current president, a lot of people voted because he promised to make living expenses cheaper. Like, I think specifically he said that eggs needed to be cheaper, because some people had complained that eggs had gone up. But anyway, he promised that living expenses would be cheaper. That is fine. I was kind of, because he was speaking on putting taxes on countries. So now, the interesting thing is because he had now put taxes on stuff from Mexico and Canada, and is threatening to put taxes on stuff from Europe in general. They look into that living expenses, food expenses, will rise about $700 to $900 per family per month. And I'm like, how is that cutting living expenses down? I mean, isn't that kind of the opposite of what he promised? I mean, yeah. Don is scared too. Kalina, he just made all prices go up with his new. I know. That was doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense in my mind that he would make them go up. But I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Um, we just have to see what's happening. Yeah, but it is interesting. Yeah, and he's trying to get Canada and Mexico to protect the borders. Mm, but putting taxes isn't the right way. No, yet, because it's just putting the taxes on it. Did you know that 86% of all avocados in the US comes from Mexico? And if you put 25% taxes on it, I mean, there is only one person to pay, and that's the regular American tariffs. Yeah. Linda, I'm in the minority, but not scared for the next 4 years. I mean, pretty sure people will survive it. It's just what's going to happen. I mean, I'm mostly scared for Europe. Karina, he has made enemies all over the world in 1 week by, among other things, threatening Denmark with war. He has threatened entire Europe because he knows he can't he can't wage war on just one country. Which, by the way, again, I find funny because he, again, during the campaign was like, I promise to be the president that doesn't start any wars. And the second he won, I'm going to wage war on Denmark because I want to buy Greenland. I'm like, never, 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 never mind. Yeah, and there was a huge thing about avocado prices under Obama. Huh, I can't remember. I just read that article and was like, interesting. Interesting. It'll be interesting to see what's going to happen. And I'm kind of, why he want to put the tariffs or the taxes on things from Europe, which I find is kind of funny. He he's upset that Europeans don't buy enough American cars, and the thing is that while American cars used to be cool, they are too heavy and they are not, they use too much petrol or gas for what people over here wanna, because the gas prices are so high over here, people don't wanna buy cars that is basically needing refilling every 5 seconds, it feels like. So yeah, that's like, maybe look at how your cars are built if you want to sell more. I don't know. Our car is, well, the trade is German. I think it was bought up by Frenchmen. I don't know. I don't know. No. For me, it is still a German brand. But again, it's all I've ever driven. I haven't driven anything else, which is kind of interesting. But no, that's not true. That is actually not true. I'm lying to you right now. I have driven my parents' car a few times, and they have is it a Hyundai? I think, maybe. I don't know. Oh, it's kind of like Tesla is built in Germany. I think that is the only American brand that is actually sold over here. Is Angel going live? I just need to know because I just looked at the time. Artemis. I think it's a lot of words I'm not supposed to use on YouTube. But in better news, Mia Emily won the Facebook group giveaway and decided to give it away to you. Oh, oh, that is sweet. That is so sweet of her. I didn't know that. I haven't really been on Facebook today. That is so sweet of her. Hang on. That is good news. Thank you, Artemis. Oh, uh, that is very sweet. Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting. I find politics interesting. And I know most channels, oh, Angel won't go live today. Um, Leah is finally home and no kiddos. What did you do with the youngest one? So I find politics interesting, and I really don't care what people vote. I have opinions, and everybody else is allowed to have their opinion. I like to discuss it. It has to be civil. It has to be civil. No hate on people who vote any different than you do. What I Leanne doesn't like politics. No, but see, I'm getting there. What I like about it is to know what makes people vote as they do. I don't care if you vote liberal or whatever you're voting. It's oh, okay, she's at her dad. Okay. What makes people tick, you know? That is what I find interesting. And I do know a lot of people won't won't talk about it, and I will try to keep it at a minimum. It's just interesting to me. It's the same with religion. And I know that I'm way different than anybody else on YouTube. I just like I love to talk about things. I mean, I also talk about a lot of other stuff that maybe others won't. But it's me. It's who I am. I love. to talk about things. I love, debating. I love hearing what makes people do as they do. And the subject really doesn't matter that much. Don, Artemis, you live in Sweden. Artemis, yep, I am. Artemis, Don, there is a list online of places that are playing people to move. However, you never know if it's going to be better or worse. Oh, yeah, paying people. I saw that one. I saw it. It was a reel, I think I saw, of 5 places. This was just 5 places where you would get paid to move to. And I was like, one of them is Japan, where if you would, live there, you would get a bunch of money because people apparently they want to live in the bigger cities. So if they have inherited a house, on one of the smaller islands or out in the rural areas, if you would buy one of those houses, you would get way too much money. I was like, yeah. And then you would, I think in Japan, you would have to promise to live there for 5 years or something. Adamus, I think politics are good to talk about if you're in the company of others who are like minded with you. But with the polarization we're experiencing now, it tends to get ugly fast. See, that is the problem that I think, that what I find a problem. For instance, I know so many people who vote completely opposite of me. Well, except that I vote blank for the last few times because I don't think anyone is worth voting for. Anyway, I like to talk to people who vote differently than me. For instance, Yeti Kirsten in here, her and I are very, very different in our political views, but it doesn't make it difficult for us to be family friends. And we can talk about it, and we don't agree at all. And sometimes we joke a little and make a little banter about it. But to be kind of enemies over politics or religion or whatever is, yeah, yeah. Anywho, new subject. What do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about when the retreat is supposed to be? Leanne, doesn't really matter. Artemis, do you have an opinion? Because we need to find dates so I can talk to the hotels. Um, yeah, agree to disagree, which is amazing. I mean, that is what David and I do a lot because we do have opposite opinions, but there's no reason to argue about it. We just have to agree to disagree. That's right, Jenny Kirsten. We joke about it and we love each other. It shouldn't divide people no matter what you believe. Um, Leah, today's sports have been good and bad. Okay, I have to admit I don't. Oh yeah, I know Denmark is playing in the finale of handball, but other than that, Leanne likes to focus on our sameness, right? And I'm just a weird one out who also likes to know about the things that makes us different. What could be, difference between Europe and America? Because I'm fascinated about the differences. Not cut out the politics and whatever, but I'm fascinated about the difference between how you live in these countries. The same for Denmark and Italy, for that matter, because they live differently. I love learning about the different ways of living. Artemis, nah, I think I'm pretty open. Just ask them what are the least expensive dates they have available. Okay, Artemis. Oh, Denmark won the world championship in handball. Okay. uh, Leanne, you should just come visit. Yeah, yeah, I have to come see my room and bathroom, right, Leanne? And Blue Fox lost to Rungsted. Oh, okay. Fourth time in a row we win. Okay, I haven't really been following a lot of handball. Dawn, Eagles or Chiefs for Super Bowl? Pats. Oh, that wasn't an option? Dang it. Uh, yeah, the kids never seen before. There are Eagles and Chiefs in Super Bowl. Yeah, seen what? Eagles? Okay. No, 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 no. Pats are in the Super Bowl. I just decided. And apparently people are um, ditching Super Bowl because of someone in the halftime show. Again, huh? And yeah, people are like, the ones that will watch it be like, so who will he have as guest on stage? And I'm still like, I don't know who the guy is. I mean, which, by the way, Leah, excellent amount of years ago, we were watching, I think maybe a Pats game together in each our house. Leanne haven't watched the halftime show since Lady Gaga did it. I saw on Facebook from last year when what's her name? What's her name from last year? Anyway, it was a bit um, embarrassing. Leanne has no idea who these people are anymore. Adam has just watched stuff on YouTube the day after. Right, there was Dolly last year, and she was stumbling around on those high heels. I mean, like, you know, you're beautiful and you look good, but if you can't walk on those high heels anymore, don't. Leanne, when they bring out talent like Prince or Lady Gaga, I'll watch. Linda's listening while doing dishes. Oh, it reminds me, I have to empty the dishwasher. If the kiss and Joe Biden won, she's saying, Prince is dead. That'll be scary. No, no, she talked about talent like Prince or Lady Gaga. Yeah. I think they should bring back New Kids. I mean, they were the first, so wouldn't it be time that they brought them back? Artemis. Oh, I enjoyed her boot scooting. She's about 95. The end Prince was absolutely amazing. Yeah, I think they should bring New Kids back. They started the pub halftime show, so it would be only fitting to bring him back. Leah, by the way, have you heard Joe's new album? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah. No, I don't. I mean, if I was to watch the Super Bowl over here, I would have to pay good money for it. So I don't. I don't. I'll just have to watch it or read about it the next day. But back when we still had TV channels, I was able to watch Super Bowl of just, NFL on one of the channels on in the middle of the night because I was up anyway. So I would watch the Pats game whenever. Yeah. You haven't? Okay. You should. Lady Gaga sang when Joe Biden was inaugurated. She's an opera singer. Well, she's not an opera singer. She's just amazing. Leanne Dolly has toured since 2016. Maybe it's time that she takes a break. I mean, she isn't young anymore. Oh, she absolutely has. She should just not wear those high heels. She was like Bambi on ice. But who is in the Super Bowl? Eagles. Oh, hasn't toured. Okay, I was like, have she toured for so long? I mean, no. Yeah, I love a lot of Dolly's songs. Really, I do. And I have for many, many years. Um, she has an amazing voice. I find it kind of a shame that she's been plastifying herself that much, but that is my opinion. She's a trained opera singer. See, and here comes the thing again. She used to be engaged to one of the actors from Chicago Fire. I learned that because I'm curious. I was like, huh. Oh yeah. I really like Lady Gaga. I loved her in A Star Is Born. I loved her really, really. She did so good. Don't forget to hydrate. We need to get the water in. Yeah, I really like Lady Gaga. I mean, she's not New Kids high on my list, but I really do like Artemis. For me, Willie and Dolly can do no wrong. Well, almost. See, that's how I feel about New Kids. They can't really do anything wrong, except, and here's the exception, I think Jordan needs singing lessons. I mean, there is no harm done in having singing lessons every now and then, because I have heard some shows and I'm like, dude, you need to learn how to sing. Oh, the Grammys are tonight? Cool. That's kind of cool. Except I can't see that either. Artemis, yes, and Gaga can play the piano. Yeah, and poor Willie, his voice is improving now that he quit smoking. Yeah. 8 p.m. Eastern, which is 2 a.m. Denmark. Artemis, yep, done. I'm a cast a replay. The Grammys are for TV, right? Or is that music? Sorry, pain brain over here. Grammys is music. Yeah, music. Pain brain, you guys. Pain brain. Um, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I'd probably find somewhere on YouTube to see. I'm pretty sure we won't see any new kids. I'm just telling you. Yeah, Melissa and I were talking boy bands yesterday. She liked Backstreet Boys, and I told her, how when I first discovered Backstreet Boys back in '96, I was like, they're a total copycat of of New Edition and New Kids. Artemis, did he quit? I was watching him and his sons on YouTube a few weeks ago. I just love his voice. Leanne, he said he was doing gummies now. Okay, sis, let's talk soon. See ya. Love you. It's so funny you have gummies for everything. It's kind of funny. You can get gummies with um, HTC, whatever you want to call it. Leanne quit watching Grammys a long time ago and the Emmys. I don't have TV channels, so I can't watch any of it. People are saying bye to my sister. Yep. My sister from the same mister, but not the same mom. I love that. I learned that expression when I saw sister wives first time. Like, you have a sister from the same mister and brother from another mother. It's like, that is so cool. The sister with from the same mister. Oh no, my nail broke again. Oh dang it. My nails are so soft. I don't even know why I keep trying to have long nails because I just keep breaking them. Oh no. Oh, they were on YouTube the next day. I didn't know that, Artemis. I just really tend to forget about it. I hate my nails. Yet, Kirsten, you're my sister from another mister and mother. I mean, there is no genetics there that we share. You're my adopted sister. That is another thing. I mean, if you want to be technical, Leah and I are biologically half sisters, but legally we're not because her stepdad adopted her. So legally we're not sisters, but biologically we are. Then it's Miss and Mister. Yeah. Then it's sister from another Miss and Mister. I like that expression. I think it's so funny. And I was like, the first time I was like, they said what? So I was like, what did he just say? And I had to hear it again. I was like, that's funny. I mean, the show is just kind of sad now, especially the Cody and Robin part. I love that the other wives left him. I love that for them. But other than that, the show is kind of like meh. But do you know it's one of those shows where you just have to follow along for the drama? It's one of those things where you go, seriously, why do you do this to yourself? And I'm like, I cannot look away. It's too weird. It's too, filled with drama. I have to follow along. It's one of those things. It's one of those things. It's kind of like so much, me and Danish politics. It's weird. There's too much drama, and yet you have to keep watching because who knows what they'll do next. If you just take the part away from that they have influence and the Danish people, no. It's the show that is going on over there. Adam, if you can't with them, no, but it's funny. It's the drama that draws me to it. I mean, mostly I just follow along on Instagram, but I found out that it's on HBO, but I haven't watched it. I just found out that the entire TLC, a lot of the shows is on HBO, so I can watch. I can watch extreme couponing again. I love watching that. Hey, Helen, how are you doing, sweetie? Well, you're in luck, Helen, because Angel isn't going live, so we can chit chat for a bit longer. So yeah, that's good. Nobody's kicking us off. Artemis, I get my drama from anime and the crafting crazies. There is always something going on in the crafting community somewhere on Earth. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So you're into anime as well. Melissa, there is someone you can talk to about anime. She was trying to tell me about the name that she used in here before she changed it to Melissa. And it was like, there's some anime. And I was like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Hey, Melania Bear, the bear. How are you doing? Melissa Artemis, I love anime. Artemis, Melissa Artemis. Yeah, I am not into anime. It's kind of like for the longest time, I was like, so when people said Avatar, the Airbender, I was like, oh, Avatar. That's kind of funny that they made an anime about that. And then I saw it like, that's not Avatar. Melanie likes anime too. Yeah, I'm not into anime. Mm-mm. I like cartoons, but that's not the same. Adam is same, but have only watched My Happy Marriage and repeats of old favorites for the past few years. Oh, thank you, Helen. I love all your hearts. Leanne doesn't like anime. Yeah. No, I loved extreme couponing. I've found it so interesting how, you could buy that much and end up just paying a few cents or getting money back. But then on the other hand, I was like, you end up buying stuff that you don't know if you like or a brand that you might not like, but because it's free or almost free, yeah. Hmm. Menali loves manga books too, not just the shows. Oh, cool. Anthony, my favorite anime is Attack on Titan. Melissa Anthony, that is a great one. I love Bleach. Leanne, do you all have coupons? Nope, nope, we don't. Artemis, my favorite is Fruit Baskets. It's my comfort show. Karina is off for tonight. Okay, Karina. I love following along on your diamond painting, so please keep me updated. Karina is working on her first diamond art club for my event. I love it. So, yeah, it's just a shame that you have so much static. Thank you, sweetie. Have a good night. Artemis, yes, Anthony, it is. Oh, Bleach used to be one of my faves. It's with a K, but otherwise than that, it is correct, Leanne. Just with a K. Karina, I hope it goes faster now with the dryer sheet. I hope so too. Just put a piece of it in it and then shake and bake. Artemis, be safe and have a good night. People are saying good night to Karina. Karina, bye. It's fine. I know it's I mean, you have Karina with a C in the US, right? I don't know. It's the same with you have these some of those um, non-gender names that over here would have to be just one gender. I mean, that is kind of fun. Like for instance, take Jordan, which in the U.S. can be both a girl's and a boy's name, but over here it's just a boy's name. You can't have a girl named Jordan unless they're, immigrating with that name. Leanne, we have it both ways. I had a 50-50 chance. I didn't know you had it with a K. I just thought that you had Karina with a C. I mean, for the longest time, I didn't even know you could have Karina. I thought it might be Corinne instead. Artemis Naruto was good too. I used to cosplay Hinata. Hinata or Hinata? I don't know, for some reason I just thought of Peanut from Jeff Dunham with one of his Tata, whatever. I can't remember precisely what it is that he's saying, but it's something with Tata. Yeah, and so many people in America are originally from someplace else, so we have all sorts of names. I mean, except from the original people, everybody in the U.S. is from someplace else. So if you want to be really strict, every like 99.999% of the Americans are immigrants. So just saying, just saying. Ah, Melissa Adamus, yes, that is so cool. I used to cosplay as Yuna from FFX. Don, I love Jeff Dunham. We're going to see him on Rosa's birthday, actually, so we can't be on her birthday party because David and I are going to Copenhagen to see Jeff Dunham. I love it. It'll be my first time being in a Jeff Dunham show. Adam is, yeah, and we don't have all the rules in the US that we have in Scandinavia. No, but you know what? Sometimes I think the rules is a good thing because, I mean, I am sorry to say, but some of the American names are a bit ridiculous. I mean, just look at the Elon Musk's youngest. He doesn't even have a name, it's numbers. Uh, I know you were, Leanne. I'm just, everybody is. Leanne, my great grandparents came from Italy. Don, I'm jealous, Mia. Yeah, I have been jealous so many times when people say they're going to see Jeff Dunn, and I'm like, please bring me. I can't wait to see Ahmed. I can't wait to hear him say, I kill you. And Leanne, some names over here are ridiculous. They really are. They really, really are. But I have to say, some of the allowed names over here are ridiculous. I mean, you can have your kids' names be sister and brother, and I'm like, oh, bow and arrow. I'm like, explain to me how. No, anywho, Adam is very cool, Melissa. My last cosplay was like in 2018 at Stockholm Comic Con, and I was Kiki. That is the Kiki. That is the one from some of the Diamond Art Club things, right? Like the flower delivery and under the stairs, and there is one more. That Kiki, right? Kiki's delivery service. Is that the last one? Okay, cool. She looks cute. I know it's from some sort of cartoony thingy, and I know Anthony tried to watch it. I don't know if did you get to watch all of it, Anthony, or just some of it? I mean, it's Japanese something. Yeah, and I'm using the new straightener from DAC, and I'm loving it. I just saw it the other day that you can get a straightener. That is kind of cool. Kirsten, earlier we had people baptized with the name as brother and sister. Yeah, I know, and it's ridiculous. I mean, oh yeah, we have two kids. Their name is brother and sister. And oh, by the way, they are brother and sister. That's ridiculous. Melissa, my favorite Hayao Hayao Miyazaki movie. How do you say the first one? Miyazaki. Miyazaki is okay, but Hayao. I have to admit, my Japanese isn't the best. Okay, Don. See you in a second. So Hayao Miyazaki. Okay. Adamus, you can get them as both screw in and the regular ones that you just stuff in. So yeah. Melissa and I talked about pens. So this is my very first hand-turned pen that I got. It is from Simply Boy Tours. I got it about 3 years ago. And I want to find someone who does pens like this because this has cinnamon swirls in it and it smells like cinnamon. I also have a coffee pen, also from Simply Boy Tours. I need to find someone that makes me a cinnamon pen because this is too thick. I need it thinner. So I need someone to make my pen thinner or make me a new cinnamon pen. I love it. It smells so good. You love my cinnamon pen? I love it too. I mean, it smells amazing. Yeah. And then it has pine cones. Adam is, you're Kirsten right Danish, I can understand. Feeling happy. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes there is, most people do speak and write English. I mean, she does too, but sometimes, people think it's a little easier, and I can translate it. So, oh, you have Black History diamond paintings coming out. Eh, because I haven't seen that. You're writing Danish? Okay, Kirsten. Yeah, I can translate most of it. Hang on, Diamond Art Club. One new. Ooh, oh, those are beautiful. Oh, look at that. There's a mermaid. Is that a square or round? Dang it, it's a round. Adam is yes, but some written Danish I can understand, but others I cannot. Same with Norwegian. See, I can understand most Norwegian written. Spoken, But when it comes to Swedish, sure, I get a little bit. But most of the written Swedish is like Finnish to me. I don't get it. Um, I mean, Norwegian for me is basically Danish with errors. Look at this. Isn't she beautiful? And then she isn't round. Dang it. She's so beautiful. Anthony, I already got 3 kits yesterday, but I want 2 of the new releases. Geneva Bowers was distracted by diamonds, but I'm glad to see them back with another shop. Artemis, yeah, a diff story. You know, some of that I will understand, Artemis. Some of it, I understand that, if I understand it. Then I just bought the Chuck Pinson Mystery Diamond painting and a Bella Safina painting. I want a cinnamon pen. Yeah, it's just Norwegian, not Norse. I think because the Kirsten, she lives in Sweden, so I'm pretty sure they call it Norska. Which ones do you want? Let's see, Geneva Bowers. Oh, that is the GDB, right? Which one of them do you want, Anthony? Huh? Okay, they're writing in Danish and Swedish. Uh, that cup of sunshine, she's so beautiful, but I want it in square. Do you want the African Beauty by Leon Devenis? She's beautiful. And A Stroll in the Rain. Oh, she's beautiful too. The last one is cute too. Shelter. But the colors they're a little too greenish blue for me. Okay, let's see. So you have the African Beauty. She really is beautiful. Pretty, pretty. Is she around too? She is. This is the rendering. Isn't she beautiful? She's absolutely stunning. Then we have the one that I think is beautiful, which is around too. That is the rendering. Pretty, pretty. Then you have this one in the rain. She's beautiful as well. I just don't want all that black background. The rendering, which is basically the same as the original. The rendering is beautiful. Her face is wow. And then there is Shelter. See, that's the one I mean. The colors, she's beautiful, absolutely. But the colors isn't really my thing. That's the rendering. Still basically the same. Helen bought 3 mini dazzles on Monday. I'm waiting for them to arrive. I think I have 3 of them that are put on my wish list. Artemis, okay, I stopped, but it was cool to write someone who can understand. Leanne, she's beautiful. Leanne, I should have added the straightener to my order. Um, Melissa, pretty. Don is back. Welcome back. Helen, I just put the new arrivals on Saturday on my wish list. I put the Randall Spangler on my wish list because it is so fitting for the situation we have right now. Erik Kirsten, my husband has a cousin who lives in Sweden in Strisvik. Adam is pretty, but dear Lord, no more rounds for me. Gotta tab out. I see now that I get bored too quickly on bigger kits. Yeah. Isn't any of them square? Yeah, the Stroll in the Rain is square. And the Shelter is square. But that Cup of Sunshine is round, and the same with African Beauty. So the ones that I think is pretty and that I would actually consider is round. So that, mm. Artemis, what part of Sweden is it? I live like an hour to 1.5 hour from Stockholm. Stockholm, is that like north, east, west, or south from compared to hang on, name's gone. Um, hang on. I need my map so I can remember the town I want to tell you. Zoom, zoom. Uh, Uppsala. How could I? It's a fun word. So, do you live close to Uppsala or one of the other ways? Vallentuna. Yeah. Don't do rounds. Don't do rounds. Oh, tell me, did I basically throw my drills all over the place earlier? Did you see? Did you watch my whipping chat where I dropped all my drills? I told you it was a disaster waiting to happen. Göteborg is pretty close to here. Stockholm is like, hang on, let's take a look at the map. Come on. So, hang on. So, Göteborg is down here, and Stockholm is up here. Uh, no, a mile isn't the same as 10 kilometers. I live like 2 hours southwest. Okay, from Uppsala. No, an American mile is not an American. Swedish mile is 1 point something kilometer. Isn't it, if I remember correctly? Uh, One Swedish mile. Oh no, that's right. A well, you're right. You're right. Because in Sweden, 1 mile is 10 kilometer. I just compared it to the American one. Ow, that is crazy. How can 1 mile be 10 kilometers? That ow. Yeah. I just read that. Anybody want my bag because it's very cheap? Huh. So you're south of um, of Stockholm. So that is closer to Denmark. Okay. Well, then it isn't so far. I had a pen pal who lived in Uppsala years ago. She was she was a Backstreet fan. I had a lot of pen pals, and some of them were New Kids fans, and some of them were Backstreet fans, and it was kind of funny. Mm, so my brother-in-law's family lives about 2.5 miles from Helsingborg. Okay. Yeah. Leanne, when you go to Göteborg, it's basically a 20-minute ferry ride from Helsingborg. No, Helsingør on the Danish side. So yeah, that is. I used to when I would accompany one of our trucker friends when he went to Sweden. Um, depending on where in southern Sweden he would have to go, we would do the ferry, and then we would do the 20-minute ferry ride. It's so crazy. I mean, it feels like you spent longer on waiting and getting on the ferry than actually riding the ferry. Oh, so they're not too far away. Okay. Mhm. Interesting. I haven't been any further up than Göteborg, I think. No, that's actually not true. Because back in 10th grade, when we were at a ski trip with the school, we drove up through Sweden into Norway, I think. Or was it on the way back? I can't remember. But anyway, apparently I have been in Sweden up further. Did we take the ferry to Sweden and then drove, and then on the other way around we drove down and took the ferry from Norway to Denmark? I can't remember. It's like 30 years ago. And I can't remember most of my childhood and my youth. I can't remember. My brain is protecting me from trauma. So there is a lot of stuff I don't remember. The brain is fantastic, isn't it? I mean, the things it can do to protect itself and the owner. I mean, it locks away memories to protect itself. That is amazing. So, yeah, that is amazing. Linda, my daughter is going to visit family in Germany. That is cool. Where in Germany, Linda? That is so cool. Germany is amazing. I loved living there. I mean, of course, I lived in the capital. Adam is. I was at a wedding in Malmö last year. The drive didn't make me cry, so it wasn't that bad. Well, does driving make you cry? Usually, just makes me sleepy. If I'm not the one driving, of course, then it isn't. It doesn't make me sleepy. Well, if I have to drive too far, I mean, within an hour I can do it. But if I have to drive more than an hour, yeah, no, I don't do that. If I really, really have to, I have to have breaks. See, that is the cool thing about our new car. It has these, apparently it is watching you. So if your head goes down for like more than a few seconds, apparently it would scream at you. And they're like, hey, you're tired. Take a break, whatever. Adam is, nah, I'm the passenger and I get motion sick. Oh no. In some cars, if I'm in the back, I can get motion sick. And it depends on the seats. Oh my God. It really does depend on the seats. I mean, for instance, the car that we have and will get, the seats are very comfy, both in front and in the back. So I tend to not get seasick. God, motion sick. But in other cars where the seats are a bit more hard, I can really get seasick. Again, seasick, motion sick. Yeah, the kids, I have to go to bed. Night, night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night. Oh, good night, sis. Sleep tight. Say hi and give my brother-in-law a hug. Helen, I can get car sickness if I'm in the back. Yeah. Leanne has to run too. Oh no, you're leaving me. Okay, okay. Adam is, I've got superpowers. I can do it in the front. A lot of people can. I'm just the weird one out, apparently. Yeah. Bye, Leanne. Bye, sis. Don't leave me. Yeah, Linda, I'm not sure where in Germany. I'll have to find out. I get car sick if in heavy traffic and I'm hungry. Huh. Oh, okay. I'm not sure I know it, but okay. What I do, I can't remember the name of it. That's more like it. Well, let's chit chat soon, both Jerry Kirsten and Leanne. Mm, well, maybe. Oh, God. Adam is, yeah, eating and being cold help. Yeah, because heat can make you more sleepy, and then apparently that can make you seasick. I don't know. I hate being cold. It's kind of funny. I mean, like this room, my craft room, is turns north, so it is the coolest room in the house. But when I turn on my computer, it's getting nice and toasty. Adam is, and sleep. I do auto sleep in the car. Me too. Whenever I'm in the passenger seat, and it's trivial, whatever. It's the same thing outside. I'm like, no. But again, I'm always tired. I'm always fatigued. So basically, I can stand up and sleep. I've done that several times. Adam is, oddly enough, I do not get sick on boats. That's interesting. My mother gets seasick so easily. My brother was in general motion sick. He got sick in cars and on boats. I don't think he gets seasick car sick anymore. Um, I don't know if he gets seasick anymore either. But I don't think he's been on a boat for a very long time. I know what you mean, but there's this whole spelling thing can be tough sometimes. Yeah, it's the same with speaking. Just listen to me. I have issues speaking and writing sometimes. It doesn't function very well. Oh God, the yawning, the yawning. Yeah, I have to find specific ways to lay down these days because depending on where my pain decides to kick in, I have to move around a lot. And in these days, it's more like it's not um, how to explain it. So yeah, some of you know this. You have the chronic pain that is basically a constant ache. Then you have the acute pain. Where it just hits you out of the blue. Um, then for me, even though some of these acute pains, some of those that just come out of the blue, and sometimes it's just fixated in one place. Like sometimes it's around my lungs, which makes it kind of hard to breathe, for instance, right? If it's around, around my chest cage, on the backside, it can be hard to breathe other than very shallow on the upper lungs. Um, Other times it's in my lower back or, the middle of my back. But these that I have right now is I can make a movement and you will just get this jolt. And it isn't the same movement, which makes it even weirder. I mean, I could understand as if I do this, move, it would give a jolt, and no matter when I did it, it would again. But sometimes it's like if I just lean back a little, or if I lean forward. It's like I said, my body is weird. Artemis, nah, my phone is jacked. It misses and replaces letters. Isn't that called autocorrect? April, hey, how are you doing, sweetie? Thank you for stopping by. So yeah, that's mostly fine. Artemis, I haven't really tried it. I have a massage thingy with infrared light in it that sometimes helps. Thank you, April. Yeah, Artemis, no, it's with the letter before or after what I press. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I've heard about that before, Artemis. I have in one of our one of our streaming services, when you want to write, do a search, you have to be careful because it'll highlight the letters around the one that you are searching, that you are pressing. So you have to be careful to make those letters disappear because if you then press up, down, or to the sides, it would automatically enter that letter. And I'm like, I don't need that one. Go away. But yeah, I think that's just in one of the, oh gosh, in one of the streaming services. Other than that, I don't think I've done that. Uh, Artemis, it's been repeatedly dropped. Mine too. Like for if I'm sitting and doing something and I fall asleep, I will drop it. Kind of like if I'm diamond painting and I'm very tired, I will drop my pen. For some reason, it's always into my tray, so my drills go flying everywhere. I'm quite lucky that I haven't broken any of my pens yet. Huh, this one has an old glue dot in it. I wonder if I might need to change it. There's also old putty. How hard has that become? Oh, that's not bad. It could be worse. I have tried that some putty have gone hard if it's been laying for a while, which is kind of funny. And, oh, DP Gal has requested to be part of the diamond painting retreat. Well, you can come in. April, I thought you said old gold gouda when you said old glue dot. That's funny, April. That's funny. Mm, oh, pouring John. I won't be live tonight. My mental health is low due to family issues. Poor Angel, poor Angel. She does look a little sad in that picture. DP girl's name is Dawn. Okay. There are way too many Dawns in this world, in the diamond painting community. Hmm. Oh, yeah, thank you, Helen. She might watch the replay. So let's give her some hearts. Um, it's kind of interesting, how some Facebook groups just close down. Okay, I can leave that one. Or just not. It's just not, um, what you need anymore. There you go. Wanted to find the European group, Diamond Painting Europe. There you go. See, the funny thing is, Adam, is I didn't even get one notification. That is kind of interesting. There you go. Oh, God. Yay, all the hearts for Angel. Oh, sorry, I needed to stretch. Ow. See? And then it comes like 10 seconds after I did a movement. Two questions. Did the package arrive yet? No. And do you guys have dumb hair birds? What is a dumb hair bird? Uh, Anthony, I sometimes get recommended diamond painters from other countries and I turn subtitles off. It's usually French or Spanish. So do you get any of it? I wonder if it's the bird I'm thinking about. Come on. Mm, it won't let me do a Google search. There you go. Dumb hair. Oh, yes, we do have those. We do have those. Dumb hair. We do have those. Uh, Anthony, but I'd love to see some content created from Korea or Japan. I mean, if it doesn't matter, if the subject doesn't matter, you could just search because at least I get a bunch of reels from Japan or Korea. Um, Hang on, let me find it in English. It is a bullfinch. I was like, oh, you turned the subtitles on. Okay. I was like, I would you turn them off? Uh, Artemis, I have some that I follow that I have to use subs for. It's cool to see the canvases and accessories. Yeah. Um, I do follow, not follow, but I get, recommended videos and pictures on Instagram of Eastern diamond painters, and it's so interesting. And then there's all some of them are Chinese, and then there's all the Chinese lettering or Japanese lettering, and I understand Sip Zero. Have you noticed both on Facebook and Instagram, sometimes when you press translate, it's just writing the same, which I mean, I still don't understand it. So if that is translating it, I have an issue. I mean, it's an issue if I don't understand it. Um, Artemis, there is a lot on Insta, Anthony, but I don't know if they have channels. No, I mean, there's a lot on Instagram, and they're kind of funny, and yeah, some of them are like chit-chatting, and I'm like, I don't understand. Please speak English or German or Danish or Norwegian, writing in another language. It is kind of funny. I know we have Rexify, who lives, is it the Philippines? Maybe. And the some of the accessories are like, oh, I've never heard of them. Or Rexify. I can't remember if it's a man or a woman. I think it's a male. I think. But it makes these giant halls. At one time, like for instance, I think they got 10 mini-made trays or something, because that's, instead of just getting one, they would get them all at one time or something like that. Yeah, the Philippines. I thought so. And it is a male, isn't it? Do I remember correctly, Don, that Rex is a male? It's been a while since I talked to him. Really, it doesn't matter. Yeah, male. I thought so. I don't. It's kind of funny because for the longest time, whenever people say there were male diamond painters, I was like, oh, I wonder if their partners are diamond painters. And now I'm like, so many diamond painters are male, and their spouses, girlfriends, whatever, don't. And I think it's cool. I mean, I think it's cool that people are diamond painting pronto. But do you remember a time where everyone was like, it had to be some sort of masculine hobby, and they would never be caught like diamond painting or knitting or crocheting? I mean, I'm in the knitting community, and for the longest time, you wouldn't find a male knitter that would admit to it publicly. And I'm like, why not? I mean, if you look back at the knitting traditions, it was males that knitted. When they were out in the fields herding or whatever, they would have they would bring their knitting, and they would knit socks while they were out there. So that's what was originally. April, I love it when I find a male knitter. There's actually a bunch of them, and there's a lot here in Denmark. We, yeah, people are childish sometimes. I mean, April, do you know Stephen West? He lives in the Netherlands, I think. He makes a lot of cool shawls and stuff like that. And I'm always like, people, oh, I'm knitting his new shawl, and I have all of these. And I go, how many shawls do you need? I mean, I would probably make one shawl, and that'll be it. He makes amazing, amazing shawls. He's made books, and I think he's on Ravelry as well. But really, very intricate, with a lot of patterns in it and different techniques. So, I mean, they're beautiful. Yeah, it is cool, Melissa. I mean, we do have a bunch of male knitters in Denmark, at least. Exactly, Don. You're creating something beautiful, and it shouldn't matter what the gender is. Really, no. But Artemis, the crochet crowd, they have a guy. He knits and crochets. Oh, that's cool. Um, there's also this guy. He's American. He got known for knitting sweaters wherever he was invited to. People would invite him to their knitting groups, knitting classes, whatever, and he would knit a sweater with something from that area. Like if he went to Seattle, he would make the needle, Seattle needle, whatever it's called, stuff like that. But I was looking into him at one point. I'm like, oh, I wonder what it would cost. And I saw the price and I was like, how do people afford that? Because it was like $10,000 or something for have him come and then knit a sweater. I'm like, are you crazy? I mean, are you actually Space Needle? Thank you. There's something with a needle. Yeah. Um, oh, I thought you meant our diamond painting crochet crowd. Oh, well, Artemis, he's catty when needed, and I am here for it. Lots of personality. We love personality. I mean, and Melissa and I talked about it yesterday. I'm like, yeah, uh, I know I'm not everybody's taste because I'm a personality on my own, and I know damn well that not everybody is into that. Uh, like for instance, that I'm not afraid of to talk about stuff that most other people will be like, no. And I'm like, you know what? At least I know the people that I have are the ones who's just as nuts as me. Because I'm not afraid to admit I'm a nut job. But it isn't boring. I mean, you should try to be in my head sometimes. It is interesting. And I do have conversations with myself. Oh, Melissa, thank you. You have a great personality, Mia. Thank you. Yeah, it's just a little weird sometimes. And I have no no filter. No, that's not true. I try depending on the people that I'm amongst because apparently not everybody um, appreciates filterless. uh, Anthony, when people uses their entire arm to make those giant puffy blankets with the big yarn, is that technically knitting? Yeah, it's arm knitting. That's what it's called. Artemis, and I think that's for the best. And I think that's for the best. I think you should be yourself, and your people will find you. Exactly. Don, I love your personality. Oh, thank you. April, I caught myself talking to myself in the grocery store. Someone heard me. Oh, well, I do that all the time. Artemis, I think those are crochet blankets. No, you can knit them. You cast on stitches on your arm, and then you knit like knitting with your arms, and you make these giant blankets. I mean, you get a lot of really. You can get yarn that is really like this thick, or you can just grab a bunch of thicker yarns and then just put them together. Artemis, wait, what? How do you knit a pearl with your arm? Maybe they just knit. I haven't seen anybody purl. They basically just knit. I haven't seen anything else. It's basically just in, round, out again. It's like in the house, put on your scarf, and out the house again. Oh, what I'm gonna teach Rosa, the prince goes in the castle, grabs the princess, and runs out of the castle again. Yeah, but they can be beautiful. I don't even know. Uh, no, I'm not even close to having yarn that thick. I think the biggest yarn that I have is this fluffy teddy bear yarn that you would use maybe a size 4 millimeter, but you can get really thick yarn. Yeah, she can't knit yet. She wants to, but I need to be sure that she has the what gone? Um, motor skills. That's the word. Helen, when she thinks that she wants it, and when she's ready. I mean, when she comes and says to me, "Auntie, I wanna knit like you." I mean, she has told me what she wants to knit. She wanna knit socks for herself and her grandkids. Yes. I mean, 4 years old, and she wanna knit socks for her grandkids, and I'm like, wait, what? April learned to knit when she was 8. I think because I learned to knit in school, um, and I think we were 9, maybe 8 or 9. Artemis, do you want me to send you one of Rory's sewing trainers when I send the party? That would be kind of cool, Artemis. Sure. And again, you still need to tell me what I owe you for shipping the first one. So that would be kind of cool. Yeah, because I would love if she would be more creative. Because the motor skills is really important, which is why my brother say that I let her play computers because she needs to, but I'm like, yeah, can we do creative stuff instead of computer gaming? I mean, she already loves the tablet way too much. I mean, but I know I'm lazy too sometimes. When she just comes in and says, "Can I watch TV?" I'm like, "Sure, why not?" I should be more okay. Let's go to the table. Let's do some Play-Doh or make something crafty. But sometimes it's hard because I just have her. I mean, when it's gymnastics season, I pick her up at 2:30, and depending on how fast we get out of daycare, we're home 10 to 3. But then we have about an hour until we have to leave again. Okay, Artemis. So we don't have a lot of time. It's better when gymnastics season is over in beginning of April, I think. Then we have the 3 hours, and we can go outside, and two, we can be more crafty. Um, because I want to teach her to be crafty. I wanna make things on paper. Did you ever have that? You have the ice cream sticks. That you have in ice cream. These little wooden sticks. So you can get something like it that is in different shapes and they're colored, and you can glue them onto to cardboard or paper, and you can make little figures with it. I want to make something like that with her. I want to make Play-Doh figurines. I want to. Stuff like that, just because, I mean, it's good for motor skills, for brain. Popsicle sticks. Thank you, Melissa. April used to build little boxes out of toothpicks. Ooh, that's fun. That is fun. We use either toothsticks or matches. When you have um, what are the words? You have them roasted in the winter. You have chestnuts, but not the one for eating. You have the other chestnut that you can't eat. And you kind of take a screwdriver, a little screwdriver, and you bore a hole into it, and then you put in toothpicks or matches, and then you can make little figures with it. We did that every fall when I was a kid. We went out and we had like a million of those trees where I grew up. Sadly, most of them got sick and had to be put down, but we do have some still. But go out and then find them, and we would have an entire bag brought home, and we would just for days and days make new animals or figurines or whatever. Um, oh, you made log cabins. That's cool. We did that with the popsicle sticks. Made figurines. Had Elmer's glue, and we would just make. Yeah, that was so fun. We did that a lot. But again, we were very creative. And for Christmas, we would take pearly beads and we would make Father Christmases, where we would put in some sort of string and then we would put it in from either end so that they were tied together. But you don't do that today. Uh, Move along over there. Let's see what Anthony's writing. My mom used to have us build houses and towers out of playing cards. It took a lot of patience and delicate hand, but it was fun. I built houses with garages and park my toy cars in them. Oh, that's cool. We just made the where you make this the again a house, and then you had to place them like this. And then when you had two next to each other, you would put on a roof really, and then you could make it bigger and bigger, and then all of a sudden everything would just fall over. Um, Helen, I learned to half knit. I never learned to cast on or cast off, but I can knit after that. My grandmom was going to teach me, but she did it too fast, so my mom taught me, but I never learned to cast on or off. I will, Helen, make videos. I promise I will make them where I will teach people to knit. I will do the cast on and bind off, and talk about, the stitches, how to make, how to knit, how to purl, how to increase, decrease, how to make lace, stuff like that. That is my plan in a way. Uh, Adamus, if Rosa likes dolls, you can make doll furniture. There is a lady who does awesome tutorials. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, that is talent, Anthony, that you could do that. We just made those towers thingies. And the thing is, we would do them next to each other, and then the fun part would be, to talk with very, you know, to blow and to make the other ones fall over without doing the same to your own. That was kind of a game. And then the person whose cat house fell over would complain and say, "You cheated, you blew on it." Basically do the same to yours, but not very subtle. Yeah. And then because we were scouts, we would be outside and we would, cut in wood, not cut, but with our knives, we would make small figures And then with the big rafters, we would make nuts, and we would make, entryways, we would make houses, we would make places to sleep. So, yeah. I mean, even one of our big camps we had every 5 years, we were making a swing. One big swing, where you would it's kind of like you have in a theme park where you have this where you can sit on either side. There's kind of like this big boat shaped thing, and then you have where people could sit, and then it would go like this. We that was made that out of big rafters. Mm. Whew. April, we had no videos to watch before. It's great that we now have videos for anything nowadays. It is. I mean, I'm very visual learning. So when I started knitting, I mean, as an adult back in 12, I had tried to watch video on YouTube even back then, but for some reason it was too fast, even though it wasn't. So my BFF had me sitting next to her. She had her needle and I had mine, and then the yarn, and she really slowly taught me how to do it because I'd forgotten a lot of it. Once I got started, I was like, oh, kind of like riding a bike. Mm, Artemis, yes, this really was handed down then. I'm glad we got the videos now so that knowledge doesn't get lost. Right. And the thing is, I knit. Does that is that named continental knitting? Because there's also the American knitting where you throw the yarn. I can't do that. So if I'm going to teach you how to knit, you're going to have to learn to do it continental, and also not British, because the British is one where you have the big needle under your arm, and then I've tried it. I can't do that. And I've also tried the throwing things that the Americans do. I can't do that either because I've learned the continental way. Also, continental knitting can be so much faster. I've heard people who know, either American and continental, or also the British one. And they say that the continental is so much faster, apparently. I just knit. I mean, where is my knitting? I have my knitting somewhere. Hang on. Um, where is it? Oh, there. I started a new one, a new cloth. Um, let's see if I can even. Come on, yeah. It's basically like the continental is that you. Oh, hang on. The first one I just don't knit. See, I need to have a. So you basically, just like I said, you take in the castle, grab the princess, out and drop. You can't even see that, can you? No. I'm gonna have to make a video. Helen got she um didn't want to say it anyway. Hang on, I just need to knit a few stitches so that I can put it down. Uh, but I mean, yeah. And then there's different ways of doing the purl, even in continental, depending on whether and how much you want to stretch the the stitch. And I know two different ones, but I really don't think about it. Melissa was told I knit the European way. Oh, good. So you know the continental. Then you would be able to follow my knitting. Helen, the way I can knit is the way you do. I can do a purl. You can do a purl. Okay. Well, I hope that even, people would get just a little out of it no matter what. But I also have to practice my two color knitting so that we can do that. April, I just never know which way is which. I knit fast and I don't throw my yarn with the other hand. So which way is that? I'm guessing if you do it like me, you go in, you go, God, if you go in and then just wrap it around like this, then you're doing continental. I mean, otherwise you would see the American is somehow that you wrap it around. I don't know. Yeah, you put your right needle into the left, twist it around and then out again, and then. So most of you actually do the continental. That's interesting because I have always been told that most Americans learn, the throw. I think they call it throw. And the funny thing is, I've seen a lot of reels lately about knitting and the difference between them, and I have tried to do it when you throw the yarn, and I still haven't gotten it. I'm like, how? But how? And do you throw it that way and that way? And how do you? Uh, April, no one I know ever knit like me. They all knit the throwing way. Huh. Well, then you won't be having any issues, with my videos because then you won't be like, what is she doing? That looks weird. Why doesn't she do it right? Helen, but I might have forgotten how to do the purl now. I haven't done knitting in a very long time. It's like biking. Once maybe you just need to see it and you can do it again. So, Melissa, I was taught the American way, but the European way was much easier. Yeah. Don, can you knit me a face washcloth? Sure, absolutely. I would just need to put more into the package because it's cheaper for me to send a 2 kilo package than just a cloth because that would be because one of my cloths is 50 grams and you have 100 grams to do with, and that is like 50 something Danish kronas, which is like $20. No, no, it's around $8 or $9 to send for that 100 gram. But then if I want to ship a package, which is still classified as a letter on 2 kilos, I would have to pay approximately $20. So it's kind of like, okay, so it's actually almost cheaper for me to ship, you know, that 2 kilos, which is approximately 4 pound, right? I like it. It's way better to just you know put stuff in it like candy or uh, whatever. But we'll figure it out, Dawn. But yeah, postage has become so expensive from Denmark. I might even, I wonder what the price will be from Germany, and then I can ship it from Germany the next time we go down there if that is cheaper. Because, and do you, a lot of people, if they live in the southern part of Jylland where I live, but further south, they would actually take their letters and go over the border to ship them into Denmark to family and friends because that is way cheaper. That's crazy, right? Adam has got to go. Okay. Well, let's talk again soon. And anywho, I've been here. I've been here for 3.5 hours almost, 3 hours and 15 minutes. So maybe I should get going and let you guys have some lunch or get ready for dinner or whatever. We can chit chat during the week. And again, if you want to be live with me on Friday, let me know. And if you just want to chit chat during the week, let me know too, because I would love to. And yeah, but thank you for being here. I do appreciate each and every one of you, and I wish you all a great and joyful week. Hopefully, you will be back next Sunday um, so that we can chit chat some more. And until then, take care, my friends. Yeah, take care, and I love you all. See you. Bye. Love you.